Go for that this time.
So, I am here with Misfortune Cookie at Manchester Punk Festival 2025. How's it going, Madiz?
Yeah, really good. Thank you.
Pretty good, pretty good. So is this your first gig of the year, or have you guys done quite a few gigs, or I couldn't find anything on what you've been doing?
Much this year, I don't think.
Three or four gigs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Not for a while. I mean,
Not for a
it was
while.
snowing last time we played a gig, so yeah,
Oh,
it's definitely been a while.
Really? Yeah. So you're excited about your set today, then?
Oh yeah, very. Yeah.
And have you played MPF before, or is this your first year?
Yes, we've played. Have we played?
Years ago with Zombie Shack.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it was the first
Zombie
one
Shack.
First one after COVID,
No.
was it?
Yeah. Cool. Nice. So you know the vibe.
Yes.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
And that's quite a jump, isn't it? Going from Zombie Shack to Bread Shed in
Yeah.
size.
Scary.
Yeah.
Very scary.
Quite a jump. Yeah.
Someone's clearly made a mistake.
Well, I mean, you know, a lot of people end up saying that with gigs that they do at Bread Shed. Like every time it just packs out. Like it's a great venue to do gigs at. It'll be grand.
Really looking forward to it. Actually.
Yeah. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good time. Was it good at Zombie Shack last time? Did you get a good crowd?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah?
It was packed
People
out.
couldn't get in.
Yeah.
People couldn't get in.
Yeah,
Well,
I
there you
believe
go, that's
so.
why
I
you're
believe
here
so.
now.
Maybe
Yeah.
they took the note from
Probably
that.
someone really good on after us. That's
Yeah, it is. It's definitely a more structurally sound venue, Bread Shed as well. Like Zombie Shack, if you like hang on anything, it like
Feel
it
more
just
safe,
ends up falling
like,
off.
in and out.
Yes, 100%. And also, so Misfortune Cookie is a great name. It's a very like interesting name. Where did that come from?
Your brain.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's one of those. I think it's just to have that word association, don't you, in your head, and you think of things that are perhaps opposite to each other, you know. So, you know, fortune cookies are very, you know, your little message comes out and it's, you know, what's the opposite to that? So, yeah, so it was just very simply, that sounds like a good name.
Yeah.
And you didn't have to think about it too much, and everyone seemed to be in agreement. So, so we rolled with it, you know.
No, it's good. It's good. No, I really like it. It's really cool. And how did Misfortune Cookie come about? Because you said, Helen, that you're a country singer.
Yeah, I've sort of always done folk, country, acoustic stuff, and then these three were in a band called Bear Trade for a few years, I think, and they've all been in bands, and then Bear Trade sort of ceased to be, but they kind of wanted to carry on, and they were like, who do we know who might want to sing?
Helen actually sung on a couple of the last Bear Trade recordings. We did like some backing vocals on a couple of songs. So it was, we definitely had that moment of like, who do we know? And then like one day it was like,
there's someone right here.
But I was like, but I can't change the way I'll still sound like a folky sort of voice and things. I'd never really played an electric guitar. Well, I hadn't until this. So I was like, and I was like, I want to be really cool and like play it really low. And then I was like, no, I can't do that. I've still got to play it really high. So that's how it sort of came about. And it's more like family, because obviously like me and Lloyd are married, and we've all been, it's like, feels like family. So it's just a fun way to hang out. Really.
Yeah, man. It's good to have, like, even if like you've still got like your folky kind of vocals, like it's just good to have something that makes you stand out, really, like a bit of a difference. And like, I really like your vocals. I think they work really, really well with like the music that you do. There's a lot of like, a lot of good different vibes that you do. Like none of your songs sound the same, I think. Like I really like it. It's a good mix. Cool. No, it's really cool, really cool. And your last album, Heavy Seas, that came out in 2019. So like a while ago.
Quite bad timing. It was just like, we're like, right, we're going to do loads of shows, and then obviously
and then
everything stopped. But
it's been, do you feel like you've noticed a difference? Like, I mean, more like you guys who've been in this band, who've been in a band before, punk band, do you notice much difference like post-COVID to like pre-COVID gig times?
I don't think so now, particularly. I think sort of immediately after COVID, everything just felt weird. A lot more.
It's so weird.
It felt a lot, I don't know, I'm trying to find the right word. It just felt so much more kind of real, just having not been able to play for so long to then finally get back out and do it. It was just, like playing to 3 people in a dive bar felt like, 25 years ago when I first started playing. It was that kind of level of just raw emotion again, and it was really sort of uplifting to be back playing again.
It really it was such a strange time to like look back on, when you think that it's only like 5 years ago that all of this, like, they all kicked off and stuff. But it does feel like that we're kind of back to normality to a degree within the punk scene, I think. It
just made you appreciate it more. Like the first tour we did after COVID was like amazing. Like it was just
really,
it was
like,
it was
like
great.
Reconnection with people, places, things that you do that you love. Things that you missed was us doing it together, but also sharing that with people that we've met and known through lots of years, and people that came out to see us, and just that physical connection, interaction that I guess is kind of slightly reminiscent of I guess being that little bit older, thinking of like internet real days, when you had to go out and you had to make those connections yourself. You had to do that yourself, and I think we've kind of come around a bit more to, maybe that was a slight reset for people. There is a lot more of that interaction with real people rather than just being solely, and I think it was good for us to get back on that touching base with reality sort of thing, because that's what we know and that's what we do, so
100%. I mean, especially like it's such a big thing in the DIY scene. I think that it like separates it, that it is the band going and seeking people out and seeking venues out and stuff like that. Like, you really are like, you completely doing it all yourself, like, and it is really nice. Do you feel like quite a big difference being in this band than when you were doing like folk music and performing folk stuff?
But I mean, when I performed sort of my folky stuff, was always at punk
was
shows.
It? No
Usually
way.
That's kind of how it started.
Amazing.
And then I'm part of I sing in a group called Dear Everyone with Elle Morgan and Kelly Kemp, who have also been like in this scene for years. So we have like a country kind of trio that we do. But again, like, so we played MPF last year at Yes.
Okay.
And again, that was crazy. But it's just so many years worth of combined knowledge, friends, and like when you come to MPF, it's like I'm gonna see a million people I know in the street, everyone for like 5 minutes. Yeah. So it's different. It's different playing with these guys. It's kind of more fun. But it's
just ignore it.
But it's louder, so it's all right.
It's not that much of a difference in sense that I'm like I always played these types of shows anyway.
Yeah.
I think the nice thing is that, and we're all like it, we're not wildly precious about, so it's, things might go, not play the same thing. It really genuinely doesn't matter.
We'll mess it up.
We're just, and I think that's always, I think like probably, I don't know, but like playing solo, you're very exposed.
Yeah.
So, you make a small thing, you miss a line. It's a real thing, and I guess it can prey on your mind. But when you're in a more band setting, especially with a bit of volume behind you, you can just ride it out. And, you've got people around you. Everyone's smart. Everyone's on the same page. And and that's the thing, when you're in like a collective kind of boat. It ain't gonna sink if you miss it. I'll just turn it up a bit louder. Turn it up a bit louder, smile, and say cheers and thanks everyone. And it's the band-aid for everything, really.
100%. And I do think, especially when you're, in the creative industry in general, but also, especially with being in like DIY bands and stuff, like one of like, obviously being in the band, doing the good gig is like a big part of that. But I also think like, it's being like a nice, approachable person, like a friendly person, a face that people remember. Like, like you can be like the best band in the world, but like if you're an arsehole to the rest of the people on the lineup, or like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just like you're not going to get anywhere, and like that really shines through with like festivals like this, because it is just a lineup of lovely people on,
and it's like social first, like this is just kind of a vehicle for us to hang out and like to see like all our friends who like we'll see loads of people who we haven't seen like all year or for a few years or whatever. So that's kind of like the priority, and then it's like we get to play some songs,
and you get to play some songs, and check out everyone's like cool new hair and everything. Everyone gets done up for it, like
Fortunately, that's not happened for many years.
But so we had so you guys had that album out in 2019. Do you guys have any plans to get some more music out, or are you just getting on the gigs for now?
We've got 10 new songs written.
Okay.
So we're probably not a million miles away.
That's an album, that.
Yeah, well, exactly. The last album was 10 songs, so we're kind of there or thereabouts. It's just finding the time to fit everything in around life, isn't it? So
100%. Yeah, well, that's exciting that's something that might come around. No, that's good. That's good. Something in the pipeline. Keep it bit of mystery. No, it's all good. What are your plans for 2025 then? Do you guys have any gigs over the summer, or like what have you got coming up?
We got a couple of gigs in the next couple of months with Custody from Finland. Friends of ours, Diaz Brothers. We're playing it today.
Oh yeah.
They're friends. I've known Golly for 30 plus years. The singer. So it's always nice to play with people you've got that kind of history with. And then after that, we'll just take it as it is. We all have family and commitments, and we always knew that, even in our previous bands. So that's always going to take the priority. But we still love doing this. So it's always going to be bubbling under. It's not going to be the instantaneous. It's not like when you're 20 and you're like going in the van for 6 months or whatever. I'm going to write 1,000 songs and we're going to release it. It's just no, that's not quite. That's all right. We're a little more, but. We want to remain as active as we can realistically be, because this is what we've always known. It's what we love doing. And it'd be easy to just be that's too much. We can't fit it in, or that's never going to happen. So
we just need a bit more sleep these days.
Absolutely.
A little bit more recovery time.
Absolutely fair.
Yeah.
I do love the on your bio on your Instagram that says like something like, if you want us to do a gig, we will do our best to make it happen. Like it's just lovely, like lovely vibe, like really nice, very approachable and stuff. Like and it's a really nice like energy to put out. But just as kind of like a last final thing, like you guys here all weekend?
Callum's representing.
I've been,
you are
the one.
Are there any bands that you're particularly looking forward to seeing them, my dear, over the weekend?
Definitely. I think for me it'll be Menzingers later. Obviously, lovely. Last night for me it was probably Single Mothers. Were absolutely fantastic. I really enjoyed them.
What venue were they at?
They're at Gorilla. It was really good.
Nice venue as well.
Tomorrow I'll be on Sin just to represent the Durham lot for me.
Of course.
Close to
Have a
home.
little cry.
I know.
Just some
And they're
lovely,
fantastic.
lovely northern folk tunes. It'll
And
be
they're just the
nice.
nicest people ever. So like,
yeah, I get
definitely
that
representing
vibe.
them. So yeah, I'll be there.
That'll be cool. No, that'll be cool. Yeah, and there's some good ones on today. I'm definitely going to go and see Oi Polloi later.
Yeah, nice.
There's a lot of like angry Scottish bands on today, which I'm like, yeah, let's get on that. No, that'll be great. But yeah, you guys have got your gig's pretty soon now, isn't it? Yeah.
350, I think. Yeah.
Feeling pretty good about it though. You seem
Yeah.
pretty chill.
Yeah.
Is what
Yeah.
it is. Know what you're doing.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No,
But you play it out. Yeah. No, that's
Usually okay.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
usually
yeah,
fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
That'll do.
Well, it's been absolutely lovely chatting with you, my dears. Thank you for giving us a bit of time to have a chat. And yeah, I hope the gig goes really well.
Thank you.
Nice one. Thank you.